Nickelodeon. Rusty Rivets, Balloon Blast. It was a busy afternoon at the Rivet Lab. Rusty, Ruby, and the Bits were hard at work building the Balloon Flyer 9000. "Just a few more balloons and we'll be ready to ride," Ruby said. Rusty was nearly finished filling all the colorful balloons with helium when his tank ran out. "No problem," said Rusty. "I'll go get the spare tank from behind the Rivet Lab." "I'll go with you," said Ruby. Liam volunteered to watch the Balloon Flyer 9000 while Rusty and Ruby were gone. "Okay, Liam," said Rusty. "But remember, the balloon is off limits. We don't want you getting into any trouble." Liam promised to be good. While he waited for Rusty and Ruby to return, Liam played catch with the Bits and Botasaur, Rusty's robot dinosaur. Botasaur raced around on the brand new super speedy treads Rusty had made for him. The Dinobot could go anywhere with them. Liam threw a ball and Botasaur zoomed to the top of a scrap pile to fetch it. "Nice," said Liam. "Now pass it back." When Botasaur tossed the ball, it bounced over Liam's head and landed in the balloon's basket. As Liam reached for the ball, he accidentally unhooked the anchor, setting the balloon free. Up, 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 Liam flew in the basket. "Help!" he yelled. Rusty and Ruby saw Liam floating away. "Hold on! We'll get you down!" they shouted. Rusty jumped into his go-kart, and Ruby hopped into her buggy. "Time to bolt," said Rusty. They sped after the runaway balloon. "Ruby, I have an idea," Rusty said, "but I'll need you to drive." "Engaging wheel connect," said Ruby. The two cars locked together as one. Rusty tried to bring down the balloon with a claw hook, but he kept missing his target. "This is tricky," said Ruby as she swerved around obstacles. "We have to follow the road, but Liam's balloon doesn't." Just then, a gust of wind kicked up, sending the balloon and Liam spinning in circles. "This wind is really whirly," Liam cried. That gave his rescuers an idea. "Let's get some bits on the fix," said Ruby. Rusty asked Whirly for help. "We need you to hook this cable onto Ruby's buggy and then attach it to the balloon basket," he said. The plan was for Ruby to tow Liam, Whirly, and the balloon back to the ground. But the cable snapped. Rusty grabbed the dangling cable to try to stop the balloon, but he was lifted into the air. "I've got you!" shouted Ruby. She grabbed her friend. "Actually, I think the balloon's got both of us," said Rusty. The balloon pulled them across rooftops, past the park, and along a busy street. They flew into a tennis court where a ball hit Rusty's hand, causing him and Ruby to fall to the ground. They watched helplessly as Liam floated farther away. It was time for a new plan. Rusty thought for a moment. If the Balloon Flyer 9000 had fewer balloons, Liam would float back down, he said. "But how can we take away balloons when he's way up there?" Ruby asked. Rusty and Ruby looked at the tennis court. A machine was launching tennis balls. Hard. Zip, zip, zip. Just then, a kid walked by blowing a bubble with his gum. A tennis ball whizzed past, and pop went the bubble. That gave Rusty and Ruby another idea. Ruby smiled. "Let's combine it and design it," finished Rusty. With the help of the Bits, they got to work. First, they put Rusty's go-kart seats in Ruby's buggy. Next, they attached Botasaur's treads to it. Then, they added the tennis ball launcher. "Modified, customized, rustified," Rusty exclaimed proudly. The all-terrain Balloon Blaster 3000 would bring Liam down in no time. Rusty and Ruby jumped into the seats. "Let's pop them and stop him," Ruby said. The vehicle raced through backyards, the park, the beach, and downtown. The treads allowed them to drive anywhere. "That's the coolest thing I've ever seen," Liam yelled down to his friends. "Ready? Aim! Launch!" said Rusty, firing a bunch of balls skyward. Zip, pop, zip, pop, zip, pop. One by one, the balloons popped. It was working. The balloon flyer 9000 flew lower and lower until it finally came to a gentle stop on the grass. Liam happily jumped out of the basket. "Glad to have you back safe and sound," Rusty told him. "Now, let's get this balloon fixed so we can all go for a ride together." "Actually, I think I want to stay on the ground for a while," Liam said. "But I'll take the balloon blaster for a spin." Rusty and Ruby didn't think that was a good idea. "What? When was the last time I got into trouble?" asked Liam. "Oh, wait. Never mind." Rusty and Ruby shook their heads and smiled.